Today, we're gonna talk about some hot takes that I actually believe in, but first, I gotta show you guys this because I came back from the gym with Logan and check it out. We're out of protein powder, no! We're out, and we're like, Red Got One, sponsor me, seriously. I literally show yourself every day. Oh, wear your merch towards heaven. Like, I love your stuff, please. I don't know to make a last protein shake, thankfully. Welcome back to day number 261 of 500. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And like I said, we're gonna talk about these hot takes. So let's go ahead, let's just dive right into it while I get this protein shake ready to go. And first one being that I think breakfast food is overrated. I said it, now let me explain, okay? Let me explain before you get mad and go comment already. All right, we're not even like 30 seconds into this video probably. I wanna elaborate because I think breakfast food is amazing, but breakfast itself, you know, how many of you out there actually eat breakfast every day? I know me personally, I do not. I'm not a breakfast person, hardly ever have it. I will say when I do have it, like once in a blue moon, ooh, it usually slaps, it hits. But this is where I want to elaborate because breakfast food for dinner, you can't go wrong with that. That's the best meal ever, I think. Just think about it. I eat eggs all the time. Right here, look, I still got some eggs. I think I got like 4 left. I might even eat them for dinner here in just a couple minutes, who knows? The point being that I never have it for breakfast, but having the breakfast foods themselves is eggs, bacon, like sausage, links, you know, not links, what am I saying? Just little pieces of sausage or sausage patties, pancakes, waffles. I love those foods, but for breakfast itself, nah. But any other time of the day, I'm here for it. I mean, that was a pretty easy one, pretty simple one to start off the video. Not crazy at all, it's just one, and I don't even think it's really a hot take, to be honest. I feel like, oh, actually, I guess it is, because I was gonna say I don't feel like people talk about it that much, but that is exactly what a hot take is. I'm all backwards now. Let's step it up a little bit. This next one's gonna be gym related, and not all of them are going to be, it's just this next one. The next one is gonna be a completely different topic, but for the gym, leg day really isn't that bad. That's what I think. And listen, I know what you're thinking. If you've ever hit leg day, you're like, what do you mean? It's awful. I agree. When you first do it, it sucks. But then when you consistently do it and you keep doing it, and then you're showing up every week or however often it is you're hitting a leg day and you're actually doing it, it's not that bad. If you actually do it, it's not bad at all. Now, if you're skipping and you're doing it once in a blue moon, then yeah, I think it is bad. Or if you haven't done it in a while and you go back and you do it, yeah, it's gonna suck. Cheers. Bottoms up, y'all. Here we go. Delicious. Now we gotta jump into the next one. What? I'm dying. Sorry about that. Let's get a couple sports hot takes in now. I think I got 2 of them I've thought of off the top of my dome, and I think if you're watching me, you probably relate to sports somehow, some way. I've talked about it quite a bit on here. I'm a sporty guy. First one being, I think Steph Curry has a debate to be in the GOAT conversation. Is that crazy? Is that crazy to say? I think he does. I mean, think about it. He's got 4 rings. Kobe has 5, and if people are putting Kobe in there, Steph's only 1 behind. He has the only unanimous MVP ever. He's got back-to-back MVPs. He arguably won his championships, only the last one, now that I'm actually thinking about it, because, you know, obviously they had the super team, but he won the last championship with a worse team than Kobe did when he won his. Arguably. I'm not saying it was, but arguably. And let's think. I mean, Kobe had Shaq, so yeah, that's good there. I'm not trying to just compare this to Kobe either. I'm just saying, in general, he is a debate to be in the GOAT conversation, in my opinion. Again, hot take. That's the whole point here. I think you can put him in the top 3. LeBron, MJ, and Steph, that could be your top 3, and I wouldn't say you're too crazy. I wouldn't do it. I would not at all. Is that a hot take? I think so. I think that's a good hot take right there. All right, next one. Next sports debate. This isn't necessarily a hot take, I don't think, but I think that hitting a 90-mile-per-hour fastball is the hardest thing to do in all sports for the average human, might I add. Now, if it's not the average human, actually, hole-in-one for golf might be the hardest thing. Ooh, that's another good one. One of those 2. Which one do you guys think? I honestly can't pick. Now that I'm thinking about it, those are both very tough. I can see either one. But I think for majority of people, just your average dude going out there, I think hitting a 90-mile-per-hour fastball in a MLB game, not even 90, it's probably 95 considering an MLB game, maybe even faster. I mean, pitchers nowadays be throwing 105, like what? Yeah, definitely the hardest. Nobody's doing that. And if you see any other pitches while you're up there, oh, you're done for if you're just an average person who's never played baseball before. So you're cooked. I think that's it for sure. Moving around to some of my other hobbies, let's jump into some gaming hot takes. I actually got to kind of sit and think about these ones. I haven't thought of any gaming ones yet, but I'm going to give one right away. I think the games with the hardest skill gaps ever, I think it's got to be Rocket League and Fortnite. I don't know why, but I mean, Rocket League, the mechanics you have to have in that game is insane. Skill diff, wild. And Fortnite, dude, if you haven't played in forever, go play a couple games. Report back to me how you did. Once you're out of the bot lobbies, of course. Once you're out of the bot lobbies, you're playing real people. Report back to me how you did. Because I know if I hop on right now, I'm getting cooked by majority. I can hold my own in here and there. I was a sweat at Fortnite. Okay, I was really good. Me and my friend actually played, and we actually almost qualified for FNCS the very first time. Kind of crazy. Yeah, not FNCS actually. What was it called before then? Or was it FNCS? I don't remember, man. All I know is I was playing on my Xbox, and he was on PC. So I was in endgame, he had died, and this was just one of the games, not all of them, but my frames were cooked. I think I was playing on like 10, 20 frames. It was awful. So that was terrible. But that's how good we were. We could make it there, and we could still hold our own even if I'm on those frames. And we almost qualified. It was actually a very, very good time. I don't remember if it was FNCS or if it was the first World Cup. I think it was, I don't know, man. I think it was FNCS. Being that Fortnite, you have to be very good, especially now, to keep up with all the others. Like, look at the pros, okay? You're not competing with them at all. And Rocket League, there's no way. But any other game, like, God, all right, Valorant, you have to be very good at these games too. Apex, League of Legends, CSGO, literally any game you can think of, any esport that has a professional scene, you're not competing with these pros, more than likely. But I think in terms of skill gap, Rocket League, Fortnite, they're the two hardest. I don't know what else you could put up there. I mean, the others are kind of just FPSs that I named. And you have League, which I don't know what it's classified as, actually, so I'm not going to comment on that, I guess, and I don't really watch it either, so I don't really have anything to say on that one. We're kind of wrapping up here, getting towards the end of my hot takes. I don't have a whole lot more that I've already thought of to share with you guys, so I don't know how long this video is going to end up being. If it's very short, who cares? I don't care anymore. But what I got is that if you're waiting for motivation to do something, that's just an excuse. Now, I will say, every now and then, you need a little motivation to go do something, to get something done. I'm not saying you shouldn't ever have motivation, but if you only do something when you feel motivated to do it, that's an excuse. You should be able to do your normal day-to-day things or some things without any motivation needed. But some things you do need motivation, so I can understand. I'm not gonna go too deep on that one. I think that it's kind of here and there. It's just situational, but if you're using it as an excuse every time, that's trash. But go, like, let's just say the gym. If you're waiting until you're motivated to go do it, that's an excuse. Just go hit the gym. Let's try and get a little more broad for these last two. We're gonna do two more, and the first one being that I think when there's a book made about a certain thing, and then there's later on a movie made about it, probably 99.9 times out of 100, the movie's always better. Hot take. Okay, everybody's like, no, the books are better. It includes so much more information. I don't care. If I can go watch it, I can stare at my screen and visually see it and be like, wow. Like the Demon Slayer movie I just watched recently. That was insane. I'm not a manga reader either. I don't read it, so I couldn't attest to it or not, but all I know is the movie was awesome. The Avengers movies were awesome. Any movie I've watched that has made a book previously and then been made into a movie, Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, I mean, you name it, the movie's better. I don't care what you say. Maybe it's not even a hot take. Maybe most of you guys agree with me on that one. This one probably isn't even a hot take, but it's just what I personally believe, and I think, honestly, it is the right side, not the wrong side, but dogs are so much better than cats. So much better. There's a reason they're called man's best friend. So if you're a cat person watching this video, listen, nothing against you, but dogs are just so much better. I don't understand. Cats are always so rude. They're always so hostile. And I don't understand why, but I've never had any problems with dogs. I'm a dog person. Always had dogs in my life. Love dogs. They've been great to me. I don't know what the rave is about cats. I shouldn't say that. I might be a cat owner at one point, but for the majority, I'm owning dogs. Dogs are way better. They can do way more with you. They're always there by your side. I don't know. I think they're better. Maybe it's not a hot take, like I said. Maybe you guys all agree with that. I personally think they're just so much better. I don't know how you can ever be a cat person. That's all I got. I know, a little bit shorter video probably, not a ton of hot takes, but just a couple here and there that I thought would be good to share with you guys and that I actually believe in. Okay, I actually believe all these hot takes that I just mentioned. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you have a great y'all's days and come back for the next one tomorrow. Honestly, not sure what we're gonna have. You might see leg day for me and Logan. We'll see. Love y'all. Peace.